Have you heard about Digivangelism? Because, yeah, you totally should. So focus. This is a Digivice. I had this when I was in high school. It's from the show Digimon. Digimon is not the same as Digivangelism, although they kind of sound the same. Digivangelism is an incredible organization led by two incredible people, Sammy and Michelle. You'll meet them in a minute. And they are dedicated to helping progressive faith leaders bring hope, love, and light online. That's their tagline or something like that.
If you are into helping progressive leaders of spiritual communities share hope, healing, and light online.
Anyway, I had the chance to talk with them a little while ago for the Digital Ministry Summit that we had at Convergence, and I wanted to share with you part of that conversation. So enjoy. Well, over the course of these 2 years, I mean, you've both been incredibly busy with all things Digivangelism, weekly videos, coaching, consulting, lots of pieces, and just being aware of seeing churches all across the country, around the world, diving more and more, being pushed in more and more into all these digital things. What are some of the things that have surprised you about all of this stuff, digital ministry, online church, hybrid worship, during these past 2 years?
I think what surprised me is that they were frankly very ill-equipped to have any kind of a digital presence. And the pandemic just was the catalyst they needed. Or, they had to do something, they wanted to do something. And I think especially, I don't know if it's just this area or with our synod, there were, a lot of smaller churches, not a big staff. So it really took, and I guess Sammy could speak to this a little bit better because she was actually working at the synod at this time, right? So she was seeing it firsthand. They really needed a lot of help in how to do this digital thing, how to do something beyond their own doors.
We were just on a call last night where we were talking with a different denomination, and there was a denominational leader that was like, it's hard when you need to find information about churches because there's so many that still don't have a website. And I would echo that surprise of the resistance that is still present in 2022, 2 years after the pandemic. That surprises me. And it surprises me how fast things change as well, which is kind of an unfortunate, two surprises, right? Because you've got these folks that are still resisting and yet things are still rapidly developing. Like 2 years ago, I actually looked back before this call, and 2 years ago, we weren't on TikTok, or three years ago, we weren't on TikTok. And now there's so many ministry leaders and churches on TikTok, and I'm sure I'll talk more about that later, but it's this growing divide, I would say, between those that are still resisting, won't even have a website, don't see the value in it, and those that are really engaging people in new ways in a rapidly changing social space.
So how does the faith leader who's in that, we just got a website last week, and now we have to do this, how do you navigate the all the things mentality? I mean, it's nothing particularly new. Ministry in general has always had steeple envy built into it, it seems, but now it's just easier to see everyone's steeples on the internet. But, you mentioned getting on TikTok. There's a whole world there, and, publishing your first YouTube video. There's so many places to be present in digital whatnot. How can a pastor or a faith leader kind of decide where to invest their time and their energy when there's just so much?
Yeah, I like that term, digital whatnot, Jim. I think that needs to be everywhere.
And I like the term steeple envy. What in the world is that?
It's my favorite.
Awesome.
I think you need to find your balance. And that's a big thing we like to talk about too. You can't do everything. And sometimes that's just a mental barrier we need to remember and put around ourselves and say, self, you only have so many hours in a day. You only have so many hours you can commit to your ministry. And so where is this time going to be invested and really be intentional about that? With things changing, I think my answers are changing too over time. And so whereas maybe I once would have spent time educating folks on, Facebook, here's how we could use it. Instagram, let's talk about stories. And I could still teach you about that if you want. But I think there's almost some steps that we need to skip to like walk up the stairs now. Like set up your Facebook profile like you might set up your website, because I think that's a great place for people to find you. But I'd honestly rather you make TikTok videos and spread the word about what you're doing and educate people and engage with people that way than posting pictures on Facebook all the time. And I wouldn't have said that a year ago or 2 years ago. So much time.
Are you equally a TikTok evangelist, or did you?
Well, on my personal account, I have, count them, 2 videos, and they're both of my cats. So no, I consume much more than I produce on TikTok. But the other side of that is the website. I think a website is basic standard. It's, if you're building a house, the website would be your foundation. Because all the other social medias, they could come and go, they change their algorithm, but a website is the one thing you own. So I'm absolutely passionate about that, having some kind of a standard web presence.
I think it was you, Michelle, who did the video on your YouTube channel about email lists.
Yes,
and how they're found in, and they seem like the not sexy new shiny things on the internet, websites and email lists, but they serve exactly like you said, such a foundation of the ability to have that place you can essentially build and control, and a destination, as well as the way to directly connect with people, because whether we like it or not, we're still all scrolling through email probably at least once a day, once an hour, once a 15 minutes. I don't know how often we do it, but that is tricky to balance, because there's these new ways to engage people with algorithms who are giving us greater reach, greater impact, but then there's still just essentials that you can't overlook. I would hope not, at least. So absolutely, I think I like that balance. Okay, there is so much more that we talked about, but there's just not time in this YouTube video to crunch it all in. But you're in luck. You can listen to the whole thing as part of the lifetime access to the Digital Ministry Summit. You can hear all sorts of conversations that I had, that Sammy and Michelle had with so many incredible digital ministry leaders. Just go to convergencecollab.org and you'll find the Digital Ministry Summit right there, or just go down to the video description and click the link. Yeah. All right. New stuff coming your way every week. If you have questions about digital ministry, drop a comment below. Go check out Digivangelism, because they're doing incredible stuff. And I'll see you next time. Bye. I'm gonna eat my lunch. Drink my lunch. It's a smoothie. Yum.